They arrested me for protecting a killer. November 1972. County Donegal. 11 men died in 11 days. All heart failure. Natural causes, the coroner said. But I knew better. I knew who killed them. I knew where she lived. And when the RUC came asking questions, I said nothing. 50 years later, they still want answers. Origin Protocol Classification, Echo V004. Witness File 004-B. They call me Witness K004 now. But my name is Declan Fogarty. I was a teacher in Killebergs. And I protected something that should have terrified me. She came to Killebergs in October 1972. Calling herself Siobhan O'Brien. Said she was fleeing Belfast troubles. Rented the cottage near the harbour from Old Murphy. Dark hair, pale skin, kept to herself mostly. The men respected her grief, they said. Widow of a dairy man, killed in Bloody Sunday. That's what they told themselves. I saw her differently. Something in her eyes when she looked at certain people. Like she was listening to voices we couldn't hear. The fishermen brought her food, the shopkeepers gave her credit. Kindness for a refugee, they called it. But I watched her watch them. Paddy McGrath, Tommy Sullivan, old Kieran O'Donnell. Good men, I thought. Pillars of our community. She watched them like she was waiting for something. Paddy McGrath died first. November 3rd, heart gave out while mending nets. Found him at dawn, peaceful-like. 3 days later, Tommy Sullivan. Same thing. Heart failure, Dr. Brennan said. Natural causes. But I saw her at both funerals. Standing in the back, watching the families weep. Not grieving with us. Watching us grieve. By the time Kieran O'Donnell collapsed outside Flanagan pub, people were whispering. Bad luck, they said. Curse on the town. But I knew what was happening. I saw her walking the cliffs at midnight. Heard her voice carried on the wind. Not praying. Something else. Something older. 11 men died in 11 days. All heart failure. All peaceful. All wrong. I should have reported her to the RUC. Should have told them about the strange woman. But fear kept me silent. They came for us on November 15th, RUC Land Rovers rolling through Killebergs at dawn. Arrested half the town, it seemed. Anyone who'd spoken to the dead men. Anyone who'd seen the woman. Dragged us to Letterkenny barracks for questioning. Terrorist sympathizers, they called us. Said we were harboring killers. I sat in that cell thinking of 11 good men. 11 pillars of our community. Dead because I kept silent about her. The guilt ate at me. Should have spoken up. Should have protected them from whatever she was. The other prisoners wept for the dead. Cursed the woman who'd brought this evil to our town. I almost broke then. Almost told them where to find her cottage. Almost betrayed her location. But something held my tongue. Some instinct I couldn't name. Inspector Clark spread the files across the table. 11 photographs. 11 names. Know what these men really were, Fogarty, he asked. The pages told a different story. Paddy McGrath, RUC informant since 1970. Reported on 3 families. All dead now. Tommy Sullivan, Special Branch contact. Kieran O'Donnell, past names to British Army. 11 men. 11 informants. 11 betrayers. And at the bottom of the list. A 12th name. Mine. From 6 months ago. When I'd pulled back. When I'd walked away from the planning meetings. when I'd stopped attending their sessions. Clark smiled. She knew about you too, didn't she? My hands shook. The document fell silent between us. Everything I'd grieved. Everything I'd mourned. Lies. All lies. But why was I still alive? Clark leaned forward. Tell us where she is. The words hung in the air. I understood now. She'd known about me. Known my name was on that list. Known what I'd done, what I'd walked away from. But she'd passed me by. A killer who chose mercy. A predator who'd made a judgment. And found me wanting death but worthy of life. Clark tapped the 12th name. My name. Why did she spare you? I looked at the 11 photographs. Men I'd respected. Men who'd betrayed their own neighbors. Men who'd sold lives for British pounds. I don't know, I whispered. But I did know. She'd seen something in me worth saving. Or maybe just seen my cowardice as punishment enough. Either way, her mercy bound me. I don't know where she is. Clark died 3 days later. Heart failure. Inspector Morrison the day after. Then Sergeant Walsh. All the men who'd arrested us. All the men who'd worked with the informants. She'd used our detention as intelligence gathering. Learned who the handlers were. Who pulled the strings. Who gave the orders. The entire RUC cell collapsed. Files went missing. Evidence disappeared. Prisoners were quietly released. No charges filed. No trials held. The investigation simply ended. By December, she was gone. Cottage empty. No forwarding address. Like she'd never existed at all. Except for the silence she left behind. No more informants in Killybugs. No more betrayals. No more names passed to British handlers. The fear remained. But the collaboration stopped. Your files say she was a predator. Apex classification. Immense danger to human life. I don't dispute that. I saw what she did. 11 hearts stopped in 11 days. But I also saw what those men did. Families destroyed. Children orphaned. Neighbors disappeared. She killed killers. Betrayed betrayers. Does that make her evil? Or just efficient? 50 years I've carried this question. Why did she spare me? Was it mercy? Judgment? Some cosmic scale I couldn't see? I was on that list. My name. My crimes. My cowardice in walking away. Maybe that saved me. Maybe cowardice was enough. I don't know what she was. Angel or demon. But I know what those men were. And I know she stopped them. Sometimes monsters kill monsters. What does that make the monster?